Welcome back, everyone. Well, we are on the verge of an historic unemployment cliff, and that's what we'll be covering in today's stimulus update. This is going to be a widespread problem across the country with millions of Americans and households struggling and ultimately will probably be homeless and put in poverty with this new unemployment cliff about to come. It's around the corner. We'll be discussing it all in today's video. So let's get started, dive right into the news. But before we do, as always, you guys know the drill. You know the protocol by now. Make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up if you've been enjoying my content. Smash the like button. I greatly appreciate that. And if you have not already, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Click that big red button as well as that little notification bell as well. That little bell will just notify you each and every single time we do post a brand new update, video, or go live right here on this channel. So once you've done those couple things for me, we can get started and dive right in. So that's correct. Millions of Americans are poised to lose their unemployment benefits in just a month from now. This is the safety net that was put in place by Congress in the early days of the pandemic, and now it is starting to unravel. In fact, according to a brand new report published by the left-leaning Century Foundation, they found that 7.5 million workers faced the loss of jobless aid on September 6th, which is Labor Day, coincidentally, quite the irony. The official cutoff date for the 3 relief programs that were first created in March 2020 and renewed twice by Congress as the virus forced an unprecedented shutdown of the nation's economy, all happening on September 6th. The pandemic pushed unemployment to the highest levels since the Great Depression. Let me know if you personally or you know someone that was on unemployment or you're still on unemployment where you want it, now you're off it. Let me know down below in the comments. Are you currently collecting? Do you know someone? Let me know down below in the comments. Where are you in relation to unemployment? I'm curious to hear. The most recent iteration of the extension of unemployment benefits under the American Rescue Plan most notably provided a $300 supplement on top of the individual's state benefits to collect. So they collected $300 plus their state benefits and have been for months and months and months, although it was $600 under previous stimulus packages, but it was compromised to $300 under the American Rescue Plan. That is what Congress negotiated upon. The programs also offered aid to people and workers that typically didn't qualify for unemployment, and they also extended the state's unemployment benefits that had been exhausted. But what's been happening as the economy reopens is that companies have been complaining about a lack of available workers. So there are still some 5.5 million unemployed Americans despite the staggering 9.2 million open jobs, and already 23 states, all but one of which is led by a Republican governor, have ended the unemployment programs. This was a move intended to help businesses that are struggling to hire workers. Now, it is important to know that Arkansas, Indiana, and Maryland were actually ordered by state judges to reinstate their relief programs. So they were some of the first states to end the unemployment benefits early. But like I said, they were ordered by a judge to reinstate the benefits, at least for now. Whereas critics argued that other factors, such as a lack of child care, are the reason for lackluster hiring, and have said that opting out of the relief program before it's officially slated to end will hurt Americans that are unemployed, leaving them with no income as they search for a new job. With Wednesday's Century Foundation report, we saw Andrew Stetner, who's actually a senior fellow at the Century Foundation. He had said, quote, "With the U.S. economy still short 6.5 million jobs as of the end of June 2021, the end of the pandemic unemployment benefits will be an abrupt jolt to millions of Americans who won't find a job in time for this arbitrary end to the assistance." Perhaps Stetner is suggesting, as opposed to an abrupt ending, perhaps we phase it out and sort of dwindle the unemployment benefits down, as opposed to just abruptly cutting it all off at once. This is also amid the fact that the highly contagious coronavirus variant, the Delta variant, is spreading rapidly in predominantly red states where vaccination rates are very low, and this is causing other states to reinstate mask mandates, and also forcing companies to have to reverse their return-to-work policies. There appears to be very little action, very little momentum on Capitol Hill to want to extend these unemployment programs. But meanwhile, the eviction moratorium in some scope was extended, not as much as previously, but it was slightly extended. And then you also had the forbearance on student loan payments that was also extended. So you just gotta wonder, could we expect an extension of unemployment benefits? The White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked about this matter, and she had said Friday that the administration has not decided whether the extra benefit should expire in September. This is a reverse from Biden's previous stance in June when he said, quote, "It had made sense for the programs to lapse in the fall." So we truly can expect, we could be on the brink of yet another historic unemployment program extension. In fact, she literally said to reporters, quote, "This is a complete 180 from the previous administration stance. Quote, there has not been any decision about this at this point. So you really got to wonder, we really could expect this, especially we know that the Democrats, their approval ratings are dropping. You see Kamala Harris, the vice president, at an historic low as far as approval ratings for a vice president since the 1970s. The Dems might be in trouble in the midterms. Biden could even be in trouble in 2024 if he does want to run again. So it could be viewed as widely unpopular for President Biden and the White House to not want to extend the unemployment programs again, especially with all the other programs being extended. And masking up doesn't seem to be a thing of the past anymore at this point, and we know that the Delta variant is running rapidly. The Biden administration could very well choose to extend this program. And you have this very interesting dynamic where you have a state like Arkansas or Indiana where there's a lower cost of living than other areas in the country. They have these low vaccination rates, although they have been upticking with so many people dying at the hands of COVID and the highly contagious Delta variant. What you have here is this dynamic of the state unemployment benefits being very substantial, especially for the cost of living in these areas. The average state unemployment benefit is about $330 per week. So with the federal supplement of $300, Americans are receiving about $630 in weekly unemployment benefits. For comparison's sake, that's about $32,000 annually, or roughly double the nation's minimum wage. And that would get you a lot of purchasing power in areas like Indiana and Arkansas. This is truly shocking to me. If you told me several months ago when the American Rescue Plan was signed that we truly could anticipate we could very well be on the brink of another unemployment extension, if you told me that, I would have never believed you. But at this point, the outlook is looking quite likely, and this could very well be probable that we will see one last extension, although they keep saying one more extension one final time for all these assistance and relief programs, but they just keep on being extended again and again. You see how the student loan forbearance is now extended through 2022, January 2022. Who would have thought we'd be covering stimulus in 2022? Andrew Stetner of the Century Foundation said, quote, that I would call it historic. And he said, quote, we've had temporary federal unemployment benefits many times before during economic recessions, most notably 2008. But he wanted to say that, but Congress has never cut them off with this many people still relying on them. So with the millions of people relying on these benefits and you're going to abruptly cut them off, this will be viewed as widely unpopular by Congress and the president. This could certainly hurt their chances come the election. And it's not just 7.5 million, because remember, it's 7.5 million workers who are joining 4 million unemployed workers who had already lost or some of their benefits in June and July after 26 states opted out of the federal programs early. We covered all those states, predominantly majority Republican. Only one of them was a blue state, at least so far. And they're joining them, the already unemployed workers. So now you have over 10 million people unemployed. We've never seen anything like it. This will absolutely have an impact on the economy, at least in the short term. It will make the economy lose some of its momentum that it's had for so long now, with the economy reopening and business booming back. And it's going to leave millions of workers struggling, or at least non-workers, struggling to find a way to make ends meet and put food on the table. This is going to wreak havoc across this country. What are your thoughts on the unemployment programs? Do you believe that they should be extended, or this should be the last and final time, and come September, that is it? They have to come back and find a job. They have to return to work. No excuses. It's over. Or do you believe that along with all the other programs, this program should be extended as well? What are your thoughts on unemployment? Let me know down below in the comments. This is a very polarizing issue for sure. We'll be watching ever so carefully. We'll be waiting to hear any updates from the Biden administration and the White House. We'll be hearing from Jen Psaki, I'm sure, very shortly in the coming weeks, as we do come very close to the end of unemployment benefits. So all updates can be found right here on this channel. We'll be sure to keep you guys updated. More developments are to come. If you did enjoy this video, as always, give it a big thumbs up, smash a like button. I'd greatly appreciate that. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Click that big red button and the notification bell as well. That little bell will just notify you each and every single time we do post a brand new video, upload a brand new update, or go live right here on this channel. If you didn't catch my last live, we did it most recently the other day. Down below in the description, the link will be there if you didn't catch it. We caught up in regards to the student forbearance program and the extension on that, so we'll be sure to update you guys in the future on that as well. If you'd like to get some free stocks, all free, just go ahead and use those links down below in the description. When you go ahead and sign up with Robinhood and or Webull, I actually get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars in some cases. So do let me know what stocks you get. I'd be curious to hear. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, I am on Instagram at Logan Cohn, LoganKohn, right there on your screen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care for now.